G'day, welcome to Cricket Bob's Way. Bit of break in the weather for us. We've had some really nice weather over the weekend here at Wodonga. I reckon it was snowing about an hour ago, so we've done well to get outside and get stuck into a session. Tonight, it's another progression on top of what we've been doing. Basic drops with a target to aim at, and then we 3 or 4 different shots, and then a little bit of game simulation as well into these drills, and also a little bit of manoeuvring of the wrists as we go along. So this is a progression, and what we're leading towards is round 1. So hopefully tonight you'll get something out of it, because these, as I've said before, these drills are something that works for me. Tonight's outfit, I wasn't sure whether I'll be able to do one tonight, but the weather cleared up, so I've thrown on the old Carlton beanie. We had another win the other night, so really happy about that. Go boys, keep going. This one's for you, Jacko. You didn't know I had a beanie, son, so I've got a beanie for you, and also the Big Dog hoodie that keeps me nice and warm. They've been a loyal supporter for a long time, the Big Dog boys, so a bit of a shout out to them. But yeah, I'll get my shirts back out on Thursday when the weather's a bit warmer. We've got some warmer weather coming on later in the week, so bear with me for that. So hopefully enjoy tonight's little session. It was good to get outside and hit some balls after being locked up for a couple of nights. So enjoy. So when we try and hit the hat, what I try and do is the last thing I look at before I focus on the ball is the hat. So subconsciously my brain tells me that's where I want the ball to go. So as you can see, I've hit it once and within inches 4 other times. So, when I'm in this position, I look at the cone, and then as soon as I see Charlie ready to throw the ball, I go straight to the ball. Now we're going to go to the longer target. Same thing applies. Okay. Last thing I'll see before I focus on the ball is the yellow cone. So, hit once, miss by inches twice. Okay, the reason why I do this is the cones in my brain on match day replicate gaps in the field. So the last thing I look at before focusing on the bowler and what he's about to do is the gaps. I look at a gap and subconsciously how my brain works. Hopefully that tells me where the gaps are when I play the shot. Because of where I've got the hat placed, there's a little roll of the wrists, a little bit of finessing in this shot, but the focus of this drill is to hit your targets, okay, hit your gaps. All within inches again. Probably twice out of 2 handfuls. I've hit that pole directly behind the cone 6 or 7 times out of 15, so I'm getting it roughly where I want because I'm sort of emphasising that the cone's the gap and it's the last thing I look at before I hit the ball. Okay, going for a longer drive now. So as we can see, the face of the bat is roughly where I want the ball to go. Okay, so that working in conjunction with my last side of vision. Okay, all goes together of hitting the target. So going again. So what we're doing now is we're lobbing the ball into me with a bit more of a different trajectory, but still the same philosophy of trying to hit the targets. One more there. Oh. So roughly 95% of those balls went exactly where I wanted to hit the target or within inches of the target. Okay. That's perfect, that's right. That's right. Bit straight, try and hit the dog if you can. Yeah. Okay, so as you see there, some of Charlie's throws weren't perfect, so I had to change a little bit with what to do here. A little bit of roll the wrist that way, a little bit of slice inside. Okay, we'll get to that further down the track with a couple of different posts, but I'm trying to hit a gap. Okay, so when I'm here and the ball's not where I want it to be, I can sort of flick my wrists over the top or inside it to get it roughly towards the cone / the gap. Okay. Yeah. Okay. With this one, okay, same thing. Just watch it nice and late. I have to roll the wrist a little bit to get it where I want it to go. Okay, but it's all about watching the ball, staying balanced. Okay, I've said that plenty of times, watch the ball. So, when you have confidence at the crease, a little bit of whip across the line there, but if you're watching the ball hard enough, watching the ball late enough, you can achieve what you're out to do, and that's hit that gap. There, mate. Perfect throw. Oh, look at that. Move. Okay, to finish today's session, okay, Charlie's, we've numbered the cones, 1, 2, 3, 4. Charlie's going to yell out a number in his backswing, and it's my job, no matter where the ball's pitched, to try and hit those cones. So what I'll be doing through my mental process will be looking at each of the cones just before he bowls, to get in my brain where they are, and then Charlie will let rip and I'll try and hit it. Okay?
3.
Probably frag earlier.
1. 2. 2. 2. 3. 4. 2.
As you can see, a little bit difficult now. I've got to think on the go. My zones are way out when I've hit the ball after hearing the target. Okay, so I've got to switch on a little bit more and really focus on trying to get the ball to where Charlie wants me to get it.
3. 1. 1. 3. 1.
Louder.
2. 3. 4. 4. 1.
Bit flatter, mate, please.
1.
As you can see, wasn't hitting the targets as much as I'd liked, or getting close to targets as much as I liked. So I've just asked Charlie to quickly grab a dozen balls to make sure I finish the session a little bit better than what it is at the moment. Okay, so this is a little bit more challenging because you're thinking you're thinking on the go and you're not sure what the bowler's going to bowl. But it's also good to have a couple of plans in your brain. I've got four spots to hit here, so I've got to concentrate really hard when the ball's coming to get it to that area.
1.
Okay. No, a bit early with your call.
2.
I've decided to slow things down a little bit. Okay, when I feel as though I'm under pressure or I'm not getting the job done, I like to slow things down a little bit. So I've asked Charlie just to slow things down. Okay, just so I can get it right. So a bit of space between balls.
3.
And hopefully the results start to show.
4. 4. 1. 2. 3. 1. 2. 1. 3. 4. 4. 3. 2.
Okay, so as you see there, I wasn't entirely happy with the way I was finishing. So Charlie quickly grabbed 12 balls And out of those last 12 balls, I reckon I've hit where I wanted to hit 10 to 11 times. So it's important to finish a session. It's important to finish a session on a high. So that was today's lesson. Gradually progression on top of what we've been doing. We keep things basic, but it's a gradual progression to the pre-season, which the season which starts in some people 6 to 8 weeks. So it's important that we continue to take steps forward. So a little bit more game simulated there. So hopefully you all enjoyed tonight's session, and we'll see you again on Thursday. Thanks.